Yo, what's up guys? Savage123 back with another video. Today I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my NBA prediction and my NBA recap. If you guys can, please like, subscribe, comment down below, and please follow me on TikTok or YouTube. I'm going to try to make this as quick as I can for everybody out there before the game starts. If I'm correct, I think everybody in the NBA this week only have like 3 games left. Some starters are not playing this upcoming games like today, starting today till Sunday. So yeah. So we'll see how everything turns out. Some teams have clinched it. Some teams have been eliminated. And I'll tell you guys who's in, who's out. So anyways, guys, please like, subscribe, comment down below, and please watch more of my videos. So let's just jump into it. Last night, an incredible game by the Dallas Mavericks, Anthony Davis, Los Angeles Lakers, Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic scored 45 points. And if I'm correct, I said, Luka, go out here and put a show on against your former team. And guess what he did? He put up 30 points in the first half. When I saw this man put up 30 points in the first half, I was like, he's going to get it. There's no way that he's not going to get it. Congratulations to Luka Doncic for beating his former team. You had two to three former players playing against their former team. You had Max Christie playing for the Lakers. To be honest with you, sir, sorry, bro, but nobody cared about you because you just came into the league. You still got a lot of time to develop around the league. Second one, Spencer Dinwiddie. Spencer Dinwiddie, you played for the Lakers when you got cut by the Brooklyn Nets. And then all of a sudden, the Brooklyn Nets got you right back. To be honest with you, nobody cared about you. You're not good. And I saw a little video going around about you. I don't know if this is true or not. I've always wanted to mention this. But apparently, you were on a video and somebody said, what did you think about the Phoenix Suns? Now, again, I'm not going to sit here and quote what you said, but I'm going to say a little bit of what you said. You said they suck, something like that. Now, again, I could be wrong, but at the end of the day, Spencer Dinwiddie, let me say this loud and clear. Nobody cares what your opinion is. You are not a good player. So you come out here saying that the Phoenix Suns suck doesn't give you the right to say they actually do suck. Nobody cares what you say. In reality, I'd rather say the whole Phoenix Suns squad is better than you. You played for the Brooklyn Nets. You played for the Dallas Mavericks. You got cut by the exact same 2 teams in the exact same year. So, what gives you the right to sit here and say that the Phoenix Suns suck? Why don't you go play in their locker room on their home court and see if they'll give you a shot? At the end of the day, bro, they're going to cut you right before they start you. Because, bro, you're not good. I don't know what you're doing. Acting like you're going to be like Steph Curry or you're going to be like Luka Doncic. You're not good. I don't know why you're sitting here saying the Phoenix Suns suck. Sure, so what? Who cares if they have a terrible season? At least they're better than the Mavericks. In some perspective, not in the play-in perspective, they're good in some categories. So do me a favor, Spencer Dinwiddie. Don't talk negative about other teams. Because before you do, look at yourself on the court and see how you play. Because you're not good. No wonder the Mavs cut you. And they got you right back because they felt bad for you because you are a horrible player. So I just want to point that out to you. Next time, don't run your mouth to other people and say they suck until you actually play for that team or you play with that jersey on. So, yeah. That's all I wanted to say. But yeah, anyways, let's move on to the games today. I just wanted to say that. What a great game last night between the Mavs, Lakers, Luka, AD. Luka, shout out to you, man. 45 points. You played amazing against your former team. Nice tribute, by the way. You guys tell me in the comments, what do you guys think? Who do you think had the best tribute in the NBA? Was it Clay? Was it Luka? From my opinion, I think it was Clay, because Clay was that kind of brotherhood for the Warriors. You know, like him and Draymond and Steph. That was the dream team right there. Now, don't get me wrong, Mavs fans. Just because I didn't say Luka was your dream team of the Mavs, he was, until the Mavs decided to push him off the cliff against him. I just want to point that out. And Nico Harrison, I said this before in my video. They were shouting at him to say or fire him. As I always say before, they need to fire him. Nico Harrison is like one of the worst businesses partners to have beside you as an NBA player, or just business opportunity, because this guy literally got rid of their young superstar. Insane. Now, let me ask you guys this. This is my opinion. I'm going to tell you guys mine, and you guys can tell me yours in the comments. Would you rather give up a 25-year-old for a 32-year-old? An injury prone, might I add, for a 32-year-old. And just because the 25-year-old is not injury, everybody thinks because he's overweight, he doesn't know how to play anymore. In my opinion, I'm going with none other than the 25-year-old. I'm taking the 25-year-old. I don't care win or loss. I'm taking him because Luka is an amazing player. He's a fun player. Anthony Davis is an injury-prone, an injury player. So yeah, I just want to point that out to everybody. Yeah. You guys tell me in the comments. A great game by the Mavs. Let's just jump into it real quick. So, I already mentioned about the Mavs Lakers. Now, the game I want to talk about, and strictly this game, and I didn't watch this game, I didn't care about this game, but at one point, I tuned into the game on the app to see what it was. Tell me, why was the Spurs beating the Warriors, and then the Warriors win last minute? I don't know what the score was. I didn't finish watching it. I didn't watch looking at the scoreboard. But tell me, how did the Warriors win this game by they were down most of the night? Just want to point that out. But hey, props to the Warriors. They are getting closer. They're in the playoff hunt. They're in the playoff picture. So yeah, the Spurs are already eliminated. So we ain't even got to talk about them. So yeah. So the next game I want to talk about, the Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Phoenix Buns. The Phoenix Buns are eliminated from the playoffs. They're out. Their season is over. Everyone thinks like they have one more shot. No. The reason why I'm telling you they're out completely is because they lost to the Thunder yesterday when the Thunder was down most of the night also. The Thunder, if I'm correct, they sat out most of their starters. Okay? Once they sat out their starters, they were trying to give the Phoenix Buns to win a game. But no, they can't even ask for a win. They can't even get a win, even if they want to win, as I mentioned in my other videos. So now what that means is the Phoenix Buns are eliminated from the play-in. They're done. Their season is over. They don't even care anymore. They have nothing to play for anyways. Kevin Durant's out. Bradley the Bum Beal is always going to break his ankles. Devin Booker, I think he's going to probably request a trade in the offseason. Kevin Durant's definitely leaving. There ain't no way he's staying out there in Phoenix if he can't have any help. Mike Budenholzer, do I think his line is on the job? Or do I think his job is on the line? To be honest with you, no, I don't think it is. I don't think it's his fault. I think Mike Budenholzer is a great coach. He's a great person on the court. I think he can, I think he can help a team win another finals, like what he did with the Bucks in 2021. So I wouldn't say this season particularly is a failure for the Phoenix Buns, it's mainly on the Bradley the Bum Beal trade. You know what I'm trying to say? It's not on the Phoenix Buns. It's not on Mike Budenholzer. It is on Bradley the Bum Beal because of that huge trade that went down for him when he got traded from Washington to Phoenix with those pick swaps. And I'm not going to lie. When I saw that, I was like, no way. Bradley the Bum Beal is going to be a Phoenix Buns. And everybody said this is going to be the new scary team. Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Bradley the Bum Beal. And guess what? I've said it on my video before. I've always said it. Bradley the Bum Beal is never consistent. This man is always hurt every single time, every given night. So you're really gonna throw away a good young team for a bunch of two old middle-aged guys in the NBA that are always injury prone? Kevin Durant's always injured. Kevin Durant's trying to prove to win another championship without Steph, and we all know that's not going to happen. Bro, just at this point, bro, go join the Warriors at this point, bro. You're desperate. We all know, bro. We can all see it from you. You're about to lose all your hair by just playing, and you're getting frustrated. And Kevin Durant, you're a great player. I'm not going to lie. You're a fun player to watch, but going out there playing and you get hurt, bro, it's stressful watching. So yeah, I just want to point that out. But, yeah, so the Dallas Mavericks are in the play-in. They're completely in. The Phoenix Buns are out. So we'll see what's going to happen. See what's going to do, for them. I do think the Mavs are going to get bounced out either way. Would you guys rather have the Phoenix Buns or the Dallas Mavericks? Me personally, I would not care who is in the play-in because at the end of the day, you only get one shot. You win, you move on. You lose, you play another game, and if you lose that game, you're out. That's literally what it is. And if you do win, you move, and you have to play another hard team like the number 1 seed or the number 3 seed for the play-in. Hey, we can all flashback what happened to Jimmy Butler when Jimmy Butler was on that Heat jersey. When Jimmy Butler was playing for the Heat, he was in the 8th seed in the play-in. I think it was 8 or 9. And he knocked out the number 1 seed. And he went all the way to the finals. Can we all not forget that day? That was a great day. But, yeah, I just want to point that out to everybody. So the Mavs are in. The Phoenix Buns are out. Anyways, let's move on to the games. Those were great games yesterday. Yesterday, I watched the Clippers-Rockets game. Before anybody goes and tells me later today or in the comments, you didn't speak about the Flippers. There's really nothing to talk about the Flippers because Kawhi Leonard, everybody's saying Kawhi Leonard's becoming that motivator now for the playoff. Kawhi Leonard for the playoffs. But I'm not going to keep saying things because I'm not going to rinse and repeat myself every time. The only reason why the Flippers are winning games is not because you're playing against terrible teams. No. Because they're sitting all their starters out. And people are going to say, oh, here we go with the excuse again. You're telling me, you're going to look at me on the screen and tell me, you think Kawhi Leonard can pull the Flippers to a finals and win in a Game 7 against the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Boston Celtics, the New York Knicks? You're also telling me that you think Kawhi Leonard can take the Flippers to a Game 7 and beat somebody like the Lakers, the Warriors, the Nuggets, the Grizzlies? I'll tell you this loud and clear. The only teams that he can beat are teams that don't have no superstar and they get hurt. He beat the Spurs because of no Victor and no De'Aaron Fox. He beat the Rockets because of no Jalen Green, no Emmanuel Thompson in that game, if I'm correct. The Rockets didn't have all their starters for pointing that on point. If the Flippers had no starters in that game either, I'm telling you this loud and clear. Flippers would have lost that game. And the Flippers are trying to put a spot in for the playoffs. Let's not forget that. They're gonna get bounced out first round. Everybody keeps telling me, like, how far do you think the Flippers are gonna make it? And they're like, be real, be honest with yourself, be honest with everybody. I'm being 100% honest with you. This team is not scary. This team is like a feather. That's literally what they are. And adding Zubac on the court, acting like he's the best player in the game, giving him 20 points, that doesn't mean anything. It is 20 points. Anybody can score that in a minute. I can score that right now. So at the end of the day, Zubac, Kawhi Leonard, Norman Powell, Amir Coffey, they're going to get bounced out first round. And I'm not joking. I'm being serious about that. Watch me be right. And I know for a fact when I say stuff, I mean it. And I'm not going to be wrong on this. Flippers are going to get bounced out in the first round. That's literally what it is. So other than that, guys, let's move on for the games today. You got some great games today. You got Jalen Brunson, Knicks versus Kate Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons. Now, these games today are kind of in jeopardy mode for the play-in and playoffs. But in reality, the teams like the Knicks, Pistons, they're good. They don't need to worry because they might most likely sit their starters out. Either way, whoever does sit in this game or not, it's still going to be a great game. It's still going to be a fun game. So yeah, Kate Cunningham, the Detroit Pistons, they might sit their starters out because at the end of the day, they already got everything they need. New York Knicks, they're gonna stop. They're gonna still try to pull in that third seed in the Eastern Conference. Oh my gosh. So yeah, but I think I'm gonna go with none other than Jalen Brunson and the Knicks to win this one. Now, everybody will be game time decision in this one. But Kate Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons, I think they will sit their starters out. The Knicks are gonna try to play their hardest because they want to try to get that third seed locked up in the East. So yeah. So go ahead and give me Jalen Brunson and the Knicks. All right, you got this game here. Now, this game here is crucial. Not as much as for the Cavs, but it is crucial for the Pacers. Everybody will be playing for the Pacers. The Cleveland Cavaliers, they might sit their starters out. Time will tell what will happen in the game, but most likely what I read and heard from all these teams today, they will sit their starters out that clinched it for the East and West. So, yeah. But either way, this is going to be a very interesting game. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. Go ahead and give me none other than Spider Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers to win this game, even if Spider Mitchell does not play. So, yeah. Everybody's in for the Pacers. Everybody's game time decision for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Most likely, I don't think they will be because of the playoff. So, yeah. I got this game here. Now, this is kind of a joke fest. You got basically one terrible team that's not in the playoffs or play in. They're eliminated completely. Ice Train, the Hawks, they're still going to try to make it to that slot in the East. They're going to try to push it themselves higher, or they're going to even try to fit into that play-in spot. Either way, if they do make it to the playoffs or play in, this is not an exciting team to watch. Everybody will be playing for the Hawks. Coming into the season with Ice Trae, watching him on the court, everybody's like, "Oh, this is gonna be a great season for Ice Trae and the Hawks." To be honest with you, it's not as exciting as everybody thinks it is. It's not gonna be. But I'm going with none other than Ice Trae and the Hawks. Everybody will be playing in this one. So yeah, I'm going with Ice Trae and the Hawks. I got this game here. Now, this game here, you got Giannis and the Bucks versus no Zion Williamson Pelicans. Giannis, game time decision, but most likely, I don't think he will. I think he will play, actually. I think he will play. Do you think the Bucks still have a chance? I mean, to be honest, they're still going to try their best to get into the East. They don't want to fall under than 6 because if they do, they're going to fall into the play-in, and they don't want to go into the play-in. Right now, they're in the playoffs. so they don't want to lose another game or a few games. So everyone's going to be playing for this one, except for Zion Williamson, CJ McCollum, and DeJounte Murray. So yeah, it's not going to be a great game. It's not going to be a fun game. It's not going to be competitive. Go ahead and give me Giannis and the Bucks. I do think that we'll get this win, lock up them in the East, and move up a little bit higher. Everybody's in for this game, except for those three that I mentioned for the Pelicans. All right, you got this game here. You got the last game of the day. Now, this game here is crucial. And I mean by crucial, I mean very crucial, because out of all of the games today, this is the one that you want to keep your eye on, because you got Ant-Man Timberwolves versus Ja Morant and the Grizzlies. All right? Now, everybody knows where the Grizzlies are in the Western Conference. Everybody knows where the Timberwolves are in the Western Conference. Whoever loses this game is in jeopardy mode for their season. Because right now, but I looked at it before, I don't know if it's been updated or not, one of those two teams are about to fall into the play-in, and whoever loses this game. So, I'm going with none other than Ant-Man and the Timberwolves to win this game. Everybody will be playing in this one for both teams. This is a very crucial game because the Timberwolves Grizzlies, they're tied with the Nuggets in the loss column. They're tied with the Flippers in the loss column. So this will help the opponents against the Grizzlies, and it will help the opponents against the Timberwolves. So we'll see what will happen in this game. But go ahead and give me Ant-Man and the Timberwolves to win this one. You guys go ahead and tell me in the comments, what do you guys think? Who do you think will win these games? Who do you think will lose? Who do you think will fall into the play-in? Who do you think will win the finals? Yeah, that's pretty much what I got all today for you guys. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, and please watch more of my videos. Please and thank you. Until then, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. I'm out.